Underneath there, my hat hit something. I was trying to figure it out. It was these, the hose clamps that hold this heat shield on. Actually, we're gonna leave this last one off. There. I'm thinking, yeah, so this will be cold start. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. You're probably wondering, why is there a gray F-150 behind me? Well, you're gonna have to stick around and find out, but I will tell you, we're about to make it sound good. So come hang out with me today and let's see if this thing actually will sound good. So before we can make this thing sound good, we gotta do a little bit of maintenance. Got an oil change and a tire rotation. So customer supplied us with their own parts for that, which is a buddy of mine, so I was like back and forth about it. But I let him get his own stuff. So let's grab the oil in the filter, let's get the oil drained and get the tires off and flip them around. I walked underneath there and my hat hit something. I was trying to figure it out. It was these, the hose clamps that hold this heat shield on. That's just hanging out over here. They're all busted. There's another one. Look at that, 3 of them busted. So I guess I'll hook them up and throw a couple band clamps up there for them because these all broke. Went ahead and threw 2 clamps on there. That's gonna bug me. Gotta make them the same. Gotta make them the same. They must have fired the engineer that designed the oil pan on my truck, because look how nice this one is. You can get to it and it doesn't look like it's gonna. Oh, come on. Doesn't drip all over everything. Look at that. Isn't that nice? It's nice of that. Mine, it hits the sway bar and it's all over the place and it's annoying. While the oil's draining, we're gonna rotate the tires. And just like all the other cars that I do, this one kind of applies the same. This one's going to go on so this is the passenger front, it's going to go driver rear, passenger rear, forward, driver front, passenger rear, driver rear, goes forward. Trucks, I don't know what it is. The aluminum wheels and the steel that Ford uses. I don't know what it is. They get stuck on the back all the time. The other thing too is swollen nuts, lug nuts. I don't know why they still do these dang lug nuts that have covers. Just do a different lug nut. I don't know what the problem is. Actually, we're gonna leave this last one off because it's getting really good. Now it's time to finish up the oil change. I got 3 of the 4 wheels on because we have to leave the one off. Go ahead and throw this back over. Before I snug that up, I'm going to brake clean it real quick. Cool. Now the fun part. The filter. Alright, got my pliers for the filter. Hopefully somebody didn't stick this on with a tool. They did. That's nice. Coming out of both ends. New filter. So with these F-150s, they have a tray up there, right? So you saw it leaking there and it's coming down there. The problem with that is it drips all over everything. Right? So you gotta brake clean it both ways, or when you go and park this somewhere, you're gonna be like, I got an oil leak. No, it just, both trays got some oil in them. It's fine. So these V8s, these 5.0s, they take 7.7 quarts or 7.3 liters. So there's already, this is 5, so there's 6, 7, 3/4. Kind of dump and 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 it's done. And that's it. Okay, that's 1 1/4. Check. Need level surface. There's 7. That's close enough. 7.7. Pull the dipstick out. Wipe it off. Shove it back in. Pull it back out. There it is. Alright. Now, we're gonna make a sticker. Make a sticker for it, but now we're moving on to the good part. So the good part is, what I'm doing is we are changing the exhaust on this 2021 F-150 5.0. So it's hopefully going to sound good, because not only did he buy a good kit, he bought something that I know is good. He bought a Roush catback that goes past the axle but then splits to dual tips. So I'm a fan. Hopefully for him it's not too loud. I have a feeling it might be a smidge loud for what I like, but it gives me an idea, because I've been looking at exhausts for my truck, and like with driving so much, you know, back and forth and down south and all over the place, I didn't want something that's going to drone and drive me nuts. So you can bet that I'm going to take this thing for a drive down the road. You know, I got to make sure it doesn't fall off. Right? But hey, I want to see how this thing sounds. So first, let's do a sound comparison. I'm going to set the camera down. I'm going to start this thing up and rev it, and we'll see the sound difference. Start by taking this clamp off, which is absolutely obliterated. So most likely just going to take the air right there, in hopes that we can disconnect the back half from this section, because if not, getting it out there. I'm thinking, well, I should do it all, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm going to start with that. Also going to throw some WD-40 on all the hangers. Alright, I gotta try and snap this bolt because it's super rusty. And I know it ain't gonna come off. Try. Wow. I can't believe this is moving. It was so rusty. It's unthreading. Crazy thing is, we don't need to do that. air hammer. All right, I can't get it separated there, so we're just gonna try and do all of it. Just trying to think how I'm gonna try to pull it apart. I just felt like if we get it there, it's gonna be a better situation for me. But I don't know. Those are loose. But see, it wiggles. I just don't want to go back. I think what I'm gonna try and do is maybe take a ratchet strap to the axle. Alright, we got the ratchet strap working for me here. I don't know if it's working. It's going slowly. Come on. Whew. The biggest thing is, it should just slide out. Once it gets far enough back. So, I just gotta get it back far enough, that's all. There it goes. It's going now. Whew. There it goes. There it goes. Oh gosh, there it goes. Woo! Got it. Alright. Let's ratchet straps holding it. Actually, that was genius because it kept it from hitting me in the face. Alright. I'm sweating now. Let me see. Resonator off. So apparently they don't give you a new one of these. You have to reuse the old one. But the only way to get that old one off is you gotta cut this. So time to bust it. Alright, here we go. Come on. Woo! It makes the ears ring. We also need to reuse these bolts. So, that being said, I'm going like this. Put it in there, start treading it, do this, in there, and I'm just gonna snug these up by hand if I can. So far so good. And I'll wait to tighten them at the very, very end when we got everything lined up because things will have to move and whatnot. So, just a rough idea where it needs to be. I need to grab what I want to do is I'm going to put the axle piece on first, because I think we might have to shorten the midsection. I'm not sure. Alright, so this is going to go up. just like that. So maybe not. Maybe it stays that way. I don't know. It just seems odd. Because usually these kits you have to chop them. Question is, which way does it go? So I feel like it's that way. It don't work. So the customer, aka my buddy, he sent me the instructions. That don't make sense. Let's take a gander at the instructions. You guys, I am something special. I forgot the most important part of this Roush exhaust. And if you could just imagine what the most important part of the Roush exhaust is. It's the Roush muffler. So, oh, my brain, guys. I'm telling you, my brain today, it's got a case of the Mondays. That's for sure. So this has to go like so. Just like that. The question is, do you make it say Roush pointing down or sideways? I think sideways. I like sideways better. I think that'll work. Just like that. Because alright, I figured out the problem. It just needs a little persuasion. Which I don't know that was actually a trick. It's working. So this pipe now can go where it was supposed to, like that, right? But what I need to do is measure from one to the other. I think it's 54 inches, but I just want to double check. I had a measure. Now what I want to measure is from the swaged area or flanged area. That's 42. So we need 42 from this end, 42. All right, we got this cut. Let's slide it into the back piece first. Let's first slide it into the front piece first. Now stick. There we go. The muffler. Oh, there's something in my eye. Here we go. Okay, so it's mocked up right now. So what I want to do is I'm going to start at the front. I'm going to tighten our stuff and work our way back. Starting up here, I'm going to tighten these up equally, a little bit at a time, to try and make sure the clamp holds straight. Tighten Okay. All right. There's that. Now, this flange is bigger. There. I'm gonna grab a deep pressure. Tighten this one. All right, I was wrong in the 50. Anyway, so. I think that's where we need to be. That's what it seems, so let's tighten this one. And this one. I'm telling you, that makes the ears things are tightened up. It's just where it's gonna sit. Everything's tight, so let's fire it up. Now time to see what this thing sounds like. I haven't started it up yet, so this will be cold start. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, that sounds real good. Well, guys, that's going to call it for the F-150 Roush exhaust install and oil change. We had to do the oil change, but I want to thank you guys for hanging out and going with me through that process of, if you didn't catch it, I had to take everything back off and reapply it because I couldn't get that midsection on, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's on and it sounds good. So I'm going to take this thing down the road real quick, make sure it doesn't fall off. But I want to thank you guys for hanging out. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you want to see more F-150 stuff, let me know. I'll start modifying my truck, I guess, because this ain't mine. But the way this thing sounds makes me want to do it. So anyways, I'm going to get out of here. Like I said, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you guys on the next one.